hero, which are Vanguard, Damage, Flank, and Support. This is a feature we planned ahead for the special 5v5 mode, but it's super important and relevant in the classic 3 vs 3 mode as well. All roles are fun to play and you don't need to stick to a certain role. There are lots of combinations, and in this video, I'll be sharing one team comp that I think would work really well for every single game mode at T3 Arena. Let's go ahead and get started. Team Deathmatch. I think the best team comp for TDM is double damage, one flank. Having 2 damage heroes will help you get the kills faster. At the same time, the flank can go deep into enemy charter and finish off some opponents. But make sure you get 2 damage heroes with different strategies. Gloria is a good pick in most TDM maps, especially after her recent HP buff. For the flank, I think anyone except Johnny is a good flank for TDM. Johnny just doesn't deal damage consistently enough to fare well in this game mode. So, Crystal Assault. I personally think the best team comp is damage, flank, support. You want a support in the team so you can maximize the time you're dealing damage. Otherwise, you could easily get knocked out in one go. Like if it's 3 times or 4 times crystal damage without a support to keep everyone up to knock out the opponents, you're done for good. You'll also want a flank in your team so you can sneak around and attack their crystal. This strategy is very important. By flanking all the way to the crystal, you manage to keep the opponents relatively close to their own home base and hinder their progress. Control. In this mode, my pick would be Vanguard, Support, Flank. I personally don't think a damage hero is necessary in Control. Of course, it also depends on the map, but in general, I think a flank is more useful in Control than a damage. For example, with Jabati and Chemist, you can easily tank out just any situation. The two should stay close to the zone, not too far away, so you can welcome anyone who comes in. Then, the flank will need to move around. He doesn't need to deal major kills, but he'll need to deal some consistent damage so that by the time the opponents arrive at the zone, the Vanguard and Support can do the rest. Payload Raise. My personal favorite is Vanguard, Damage, Flank. Without any Vanguard, you'll find it really difficult to push your own payload, and without any flank, you may find it hard to hinder the opponent's progress. So I'd usually try to form a team with both of them so we can push our own payload while making it hard for the opponents. Your situation would be the toughest if you're facing against 2 strong flanks in the opposing team. I once faced a team with a Diggy plus a Johnny, and it was very annoying. They're really good. That's also a great team comp, but it really requires both flanks to be really strong. So for most teams, I recommend Vanguard, Damage, Flank. Payload Escort. I usually pick different strategies for attack and defense sides. When I'm on the defense side, my main goal is to stop opponents from progressing. That's why I tend to go with double damage, one flank. This team comp can deal crazy damage from all angles, but you'll also have to be really careful with the enemy flanks. On the other hand, when I'm on attack, I tend to choose Vanguard, Damage, Flank. This will give you the most flexibility. The Vanguard will keep pushing the payload, and the damage will hit the enemies from far away, and then the flank will close in to annoy them. I'd say the best flank for payload is aleta, period, but Johnny Jet is also a great option. Clash. It's a tricky one because you get to change your team multiple times. Now, I'll pick a team comp that will help you secure at least one win, and that is Vanguard, Support, Damage. It's a no-brainer in Clash. If you're about to lose the game, don't choose any other team comp. Stick to Vanguard, Support, Damage. With such team, as long as you don't go lone wolf, you'll stay alive until the very end. Just stick together and stay close to the center of the map. Even if you're not getting the kills, the closing ring will do it for you. And with that, you need to remember this trick. Strategically save your Vanguard and Support heroes in Clash. Don't pick them both together until they're most needed.